Radio to get 25% off. eBlock Radio is now available on the New Orleans Talk Network. Be sure to check them out and the rest of the podcasts that are at NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com.
The livest cloud radio show, eBlock Radio.
Check one, check two. What's the deal? IG Live in the building. What's good? Y'all been hanging out for a while. Facebook Live, man, we in here. About to share this a couple of times. Let some people get on. Of course, like always, man, I'm holding it down because money can never be on time, or if he even coming today. But we go do it. We go do it for the culture anyway. Got a couple people on right now, man. What's good? Hit me in the comment box, man. Make sure the sound is quality. We got a few things to talk about today before we get into our hot topic today. But it's gonna be cool. Let me share this a couple more times. What up, though? IG Live. YouTube Live, too, man. Hit me in the comment box, dog. We can read y'all comments, too, so we can get that popping. We'll share this a couple more times. And then we go get it moving. On this Good Friday. I know a lot of y'all probably off today, so it's Good Friday. Getting ready to go into this good Easter. Let's see here. Alright. Let's see here. Check one. Alright, so we got to share it. Let's get into this thing, dog. IG Live, YouTube Live, Facebook Live. Y'all good? Let's get it popping. Yo, you know what it is, man. The livest cloud radio show on the planet, man. Straight from the eBlock Radio, live on your dial. Right this moment, it's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis, holding it down live from the 48205, man. Happy Friday, y'all. It is Good Friday, so I know a lot of people probably off work today. So that's what's up, man. Thank you for joining us today, or this morning, rather. So we got a couple things going on. I got a few trending topics we want to talk about. Shout out to Denise, just checked in. What up, though? Yeah, we got a few trending topics to talk about before we get into the main topic. So if you just now chiming in, you gotta know what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about gun control. So I'm trying to figure out for the black community what's gonna be the most important. All right, is it gonna be tougher gun laws or more gun education? And I completely spelled education wrong in the poll and shit. So I guess I need some education. Actually, I completely spelled that incorrectly, but it's all good. So IG Live, you can do the same thing. Hit me in the comment box. Let me know what y'all think. Tougher gun laws or more gun education? That's what we're looking at right now to see which is going to be more beneficial for the black community. Right now, it's 100% says more gun education. So I'm kind of believing that too. Let me see. M George just checked in on Instagram. What's good? But yeah, so that's what we're talking about in a few. That's going to be the hot topic. So make sure you hang out for that. And we'll get into that in just a few minutes. Now, before we jump off into the for real topic, there's a few trending topics going on. So, of course, if you noticed, my man E just checked in. What up, E? If you noticed a few days ago, Notre Dame, right? So one of the church, the Notre Dame church, the for real Notre Dame, was on fire, right? So a lot of shit burned down. A lot of people lost a lot of stuff, in that fire. And then there's been like outreach of people trying to help out, trying to, restore some of the stuff at Notre Dame. But then, of course, we got something else, though. All right, so we got some black churches that have been burned recently. And, of course, I hate to make it a racial thing, right? But it is odd, though. Like, everybody gave this outpour of encouragement and support for a church that's a foreign church. Like, obviously, I know it's got some classical ties to religion and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, though, it's some black churches right here in America that's been burned down due to some racist acts. And that same outpour, that same outreach wasn't available. So I think that's going to always be an issue. And then you got the president, or number 45, as I refer to him, came out and made a statement about how America's going to support the people that lost things over there at Notre Dame. And I'm just saying, dog, at what point is the church going to be, or our church, I guess I say, our church is going to be as important as other things? I mean, you having a outreach of all kind of resources and everything to help mend something that's overseas, when right here we got our own problems. Like, we're about to send all this money over to Notre Dame to try to fix what the fire burned down, but you still got people in Flint that can't drink the water, though. I mean, you still got people in Flint that can't drink the water. You still got black churches being burned down. So I'm trying to figure out, like, at what point, dog, are we actually going to be I don't know. At what point are we going to be important? I guess that's the thing. Of course, I know this is a bigger situation than just that. Obviously, I know that that the Notre Dame church has some ties to a bunch of history, that kind of thing. So I know it's important religiously, I suppose. But then, what about our churches, though? I mean, these are the churches that are, supposedly the backbone of the black community. And we're not getting that same outcry, especially since these were deemed to be hate crimes. I think that kind of outweighs most of the other things. Since that is deemed a hate crime, I don't understand why it's not getting, I don't know why it's not getting as much pub. But of course, you can kind of figure that one out. It's pretty obvious on that. But we got something else strange going on too, though. Before we get to the for real topic, it's something that I seen actually in the news and had a conversation with a couple of my cousins and my uncle. What up, though? Angry Man just came in the building. What's good, boy?
Sure.
Man, nothing, dog. Same old shit. But I was talking about, before I move over, then I was talking about the Notre Dame church being burned down, and yeah, and I was just saying how it's crazy that is black churches that's been burned down, from hate crimes and shit, and it ain't getting that same kind of pub.
You know why?
Yeah, I think I know why and shit. It's fucked up, though.
I get mad when people ask, why.
Why?
You fucking know why.
It's so you know why, huh? Yeah, it's a fucked up thing, though. I don't know why it's like that, man. And I don't really know, like, I don't know, dog.
I do.
You do? What is it?
Because it's white, it gotta be right.
Because it's white, it's gotta be right. That sounded about right at this point, dog, for real.
Talk about our churches right now.
Obviously not. And then with those being hate crimes, though, I felt like it should have been even more like a thing, but I guess not. So, like,
Oh, why? I mean, for what?
but because it's humanity.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, though, it's church, though, right? So church is church, whether it's Notre Dame or if it's Second Baptist, Ebenezer, what I'm saying, whatever.
That part I agree with.
Right. So it should have the same influence. Obviously, I know Notre Dame probably.
But it's not.
Yeah, I know it ain't. I mean, obviously, I guess Notre Dame probably got a longer history, I guess. Like, I don't know.
No, because it's white. It has shit to do with
We can't get past none of that other than it's just white.
It's been around how long? Just as long as that.
Right, yeah, I guess you're right,
It's
Dad.
been around just as long as that.
Yeah, if not longer and shit, to be honest with you.
It's just white. That's all.
Damn, that shit look good, dog. What is it?
Bacon, chili, cheese.
Bacon, chili, cheese, what? Fried? Oh, they're fried?
Chili, cheese.
Oh, okay. What's good, dog? My man Money just checked in.
What up, dog?
Now, we just, real quick before we got into the for real topic, we was just talking about Notre Dame and shit and how the church burned down, but then you got the black churches getting burned up and ain't nobody said shit about it. But we gonna move past that before we get into our for real topic, though. I got one other strange story. Now, I didn't get a chance to actually do all the research on this story, though, but this is what I understand, all right? So there was two gay dudes, right? Like, I guess they married or in a relationship or something, right? So they wanted to have a baby. So the gay dudes, one of the gay dudes' sisters, right, donated the egg, right? So she basically gave her egg to the spouse or whatever, right, for him to fertilize the egg, right, so they could have a baby, right? So basically like a surrogate mom, right? But this is where it get weird, though. She donated the egg but dude, mama carrying the baby.
What?
Right. So the sister donated the egg, and then the mama carrying the baby. So basically, the mama is like the grandma. You know what I'm saying? Like, right, like the grandma and the mama, because she carrying the baby. So they trying to figure out whose name is gonna go on the birth certificate. If that ain't some silly shit, that's a lot of shit going on.
White people shit.
I believe so. You know what? I didn't really do the research on that.
9 times out of 10.
You say 9 times out of 10. But look, this the thing though. I guess just looking at that,
It gotta be white people shit.
it's gotta be.
Because we can't even get our parents to babysit.
No, I was just gonna say. I was just gonna say that. But also I was gonna say this though. Just I want to pose this question while we talking about it. Just not even just on the gay tip, but just if you and your wife or whatever couldn't have kids, like, could you have a family member be like the sperm donor or the egg donor? I don't think I would want to do that.
I don't think I want to do it. I mean, I'm sure it's somebody else out
It's got to be somebody else, right? I don't know if I would want a family member doing that shit.
That'd be like an Uncle Daddy or something.
Yeah, that should be weird to me. I don't think I would want to do that. Hell no, especially you gonna have your mama carry the baby though. That's weird, dog.
Weird.
Hell yeah, so it's like your son and your brother and shit at the same time. No, that's some weirdo shit, man. I don't know, man. But evidently, this has already happened, so they already had the baby and all this shit. So they're trying to figure out whose name is gonna go on the birth certificate as the mother, I guess.
That's why sometimes they think everybody ain't fit to be a parent.
Yeah.
You try to go through all that shit.
It just ain't in the cards to be a parent. Right. My man Larry Revenge just checked in. What up, bro?
What up, though?
Dog, that shit crazy. But what is it? It's 10:15, so we gotta go to commercial break. Make sure that you hit us in the poll though. Right now, we're trying to figure out today for the black community, man, which one is more valuable: tougher gun laws or more gun education? And again, I did spell gun education incorrectly, so I need to have education my damn self. Right, I did spell that incorrectly, but you know what the fuck I'm saying, all right? I went to 3 and shit. I went to 3 colleges, and obviously none of them bitches worked. But yeah, so that's the question today: tougher gun laws or more gun education? Right now, we got 100% saying more gun education, or education as it says. Education. Now we're gonna shoot this commercial break real quick, dog, and when we get back, we're gonna jump into our for real topic. What you talking about, dog?
You went to Osborne, lady.
Oh, damn.
You trying to keep home on my motherfucking school, bro? Fuck around with this nigga, man.
Yo, we'll be back in 45 seconds, man. You know what it is.
Punk ass King Crusader.
The livest cloud radio show on the planet. E-Block Radio.
We not back. All right, now we're back. I was talking like a motherfucker, couldn't nobody hear me. All right, so anyway, we're back, and we got an interesting conversation today. One that happened just off camera that didn't nobody hear. But we're going to get into that in a minute. Again, man, hit that poll. Anyway, we're back. What's going to be more effective for the black community? Tougher gun laws or more gun education? Right now on IG Live, my man Larry Revenge just said education. What's going to be more effective for the black community? I think he got more education on this. Right now on IG Live, my man Larry Revenge just said education. What's going to be more effective for the black community? I think he got more education on this. Right now on IG Live, my man Larry Revenge just said education. What's going to be more effective for the black community? I think he got more education on this. I think that's an unfair assumption. It's unfair because now you making it seem like all black people are criminals. Or have that's the topic. I think that's the topic. I said what's more bad is the black. Now you making it seem like all black people are criminals. Or have that's the topic. And the only reason I say that, no. That's the topic. For that same reason, what you just said, that don't know what they do, say that, no, that's what I'm saying. You asked the question. I said, for that same reason, what you just said, that don't know what they do, say that, no, that's what I'm saying. You asked the question. I said, for that same reason, what you just said, that don't know what they do, say that, no. I'm saying, you asked the question. I said, for that reason, what you just said, every problem, you're going to always have some problems. I'm saying, you asked the question. I ain't mad at that. You just said, you're going to always have some problems.
I think it's both.
I ain't mad at that. You just said, you're going to always have some problems.
I think you need both. I think you need a lot of people need to be educated on these guns, bro. Like a lot of people need to be educated on them. I think you need a lot of people need to be educated on, and that's why I say both.
So you get to pick and choose who get educated?
I think you need definitely on the line. Need to be educated, and that's why I say both.
So you get to pick and choose who get educated?
Like a lot of these kids at a young age definitely don't want out there and shit, and that's why I say both. I'm in a great pick and choose who get educated. Like a lot of these kids at a young age definitely don't want out there and shit, and that's why I say both. Nobody know how to use a weapon, you know what I mean? So
right.
I think we should be educated on that tip, on that far, and I think it should be some stricter gun laws out here, bro. Like I don't think people should just be able to walk around all day with the gun on their hip, bro.
Why not?
Because why for? Why for, bro?
It worked in the old West.
If everybody don't have a gun, bro, it'd be different for it. Niggas gotta go by hand to hand. Combat, knives. You gotta do something. Cuba?
First of all,
Cuba?
There's no such thing as nobody having a gun.
Bro, Cuba, nobody has a gun, bro.
You really think that?
If you do, you rich. In Cuba, I'm just talking.
So that's okay for all the poor people not to have guns and the rich people got guns?
No, I'm just saying they don't let them have them, period. And it don't matter what.
Somebody got guns.
Problems. They don't have gun problems. They have a lot of other problems, but they don't have gun problems because nobody got a fucking gun.
They got a dictatorship. That shit don't even count.
I'm just saying, bro.
That shit don't even count.
I'm just saying, bro. They ain't got none.
What they got then? They got it, dog. You need to tell me you think Cuba, where most of the drugs on Earth is coming from, ain't got no gun problem? Niggas, you serious?
They don't have no gun problem. Niggas, Google.
I'm gonna have to Google that shit, because I don't believe that shit.
They got a drug problem. They got a drug problem. They got
another problem. And you think they got drugs and no guns, nigga? Come on, dog.
I mean, I'm sure the head motherfucker got an arsenal.
Again, so that's what I'm saying. That don't make sense. Somebody gonna have guns.
But it doesn't.
So you can't take all the guns from everybody and make the law so motherfucking hard.
I'm not saying take the guns away from them. I'm just saying, bro, motherfuckers shouldn't be able to walk around all day with their shit on their hip, bro. Nobody.
Nobody.
But the goddamn law, and they shouldn't have them bitches either, low key. Motherfucking Chinese motherfuckers go hand in hand combat for a long time before they had to get the gun. The police was chasing the niggas down.
Hand to hand combat. Everybody doing kung fu and shit.
Everybody doing kung fu around. You gonna have to learn something.
Everybody goes to the commandments. I don't know how long the commandments go. You know, I thought it was 10, but the first thing somebody gonna say is my God-given right. Where the fuck is that written?
Yeah, nowhere. That's probably that's the Constitution. That ain't God. Right, that ain't God.
That's my God-given right to carry a gun.
But I just, the only reason all right, so look, this is my problem, dog. The only reason I'm never an advocate for tougher laws on anything is because the law. I'm just saying, we always end up on the back end of the law.
We do.
So that's why I just said that if the laws are tougher, I think that's just gonna put us at more of a deficit. That just means that it's gonna be harder for you and me to get guns, and we gonna be not able to protect ourselves. I mean, you gotta understand, dog, that we live amongst colonizers. You know what I'm saying? So at what point, like, what if they just want to take over some shit and all the laws restricting us, but they got guns? And when I say they, I do apologize. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But I'm just saying, I just think it needs to be more education. Like if you know more about guns, if guns are made a little more normal, I guess, because white people do it. I mean, white people learn how to hunt from a young age. We don't even know how to do none of that. Like, they learning survival shit. So and guns ain't just the only thing, but I think just the education on self-defense and defending what's yours, I think is important, and we don't have it.
Well, let me say this. Maybe I said it wrong. I didn't say not to have it. I just said have stricter laws on it.
Like, how strict though?
I mean,
like,
I don't know. Shit, I don't have the answer to that.
like,
if I had the answer to that, I'll be running for mayor.
right? Basically, right?
But you gotta have stricter laws on it.
Yeah.
I didn't say not to have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can have a car, and then you just have more laws when you get a car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, I don't think it's the education. Everybody know how to use a gun.
Yeah.
Everybody know how to pull a fucking trigger.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do, man. Yes,
Yeah,
they do.
you don't know how to do it correctly, though.
No, it ain't that. It's the ignorance of it. You know, you playing too much, having one when you ain't playing with it when you ain't supposed to play with it.
Yeah, so you just said the word ignorance.
Yeah.
That's why we need education.
That's why we need gun etiquette.
Or education.
Yeah, etiquette.
No, because if you scare a motherfucker long enough, he won't play with it.
I don't know, man.
I think I would rather educate them than scare them.
Yeah, if you give them the,
I think you should do both.
If you give them a Giuliani rule, they'll quit doing that shit.
But I mean, niggas is still getting shot in New York, so I don't.
No, I mean, what I mean by his rule, when he had that shit, you steal a Snickers, you get 30 years in prison. You have to determine.
You all about that shit. You want to chop somebody's hands off, don't you?
Yeah.
For shoplifting and shit. This is like a fucking third world country.
Ain't got gun problem.
My man. Yeah, but I don't know if that's a good trade-off though. My man Bo said I don't mind stricter background checks or waiting periods.
There you go.
He said, but I walk around with my shit all day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But if white people buying guns and training and teaching their kids, I'm gonna do the same. It's so much more. All right, just on the gun tip, he said so much more though. Breathing, maintenance. Safety, ammo changes, and all of that type of shit. And that's why I think that the education part of it is important. Mm-hmm. And I think that the education part of it kind of, I don't want to say it, I think I want to say it like this. It'll take away some of the fear. Cause I think that's the fear surrounding guns is because you're not educated on it. Like most people know, I mean, obviously, you aim and shoot. But it's so much more to that so I think that the education is important. Like, it should be available at least. Like, I should be able to say, instead of taking my kid to Taekwondo practice, I want to take him to this self-defense and gun training course at 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, I should be able to do that, I think. I mean, because I just want to be able to be in a position where if myself or anybody in my family needs to defend our home front, we got the proper education to do so. That's all I'm saying. Because everybody else do it. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
I thought he had something to say. What the fuck?
But like Bo said, shit, you need a better, stricter, like the how you going, a waiting process and all that shit. Shit need to be more guideline, bro. Yeah. Anybody can go in here and fucking get a gun out of Kmart's. You know what I'm saying?
Is Kmart even still open?
Back in the day, we used to get a motherfucker from Kmart.
Right. Hell yeah. 'Cause I used to sell
12 gauges.
12 gauges, yeah. You can still buy shotguns. My man Larry Revenge said education should be a requirement, but the law should be more strict based on crimes, even accidents. So what you think about that though? Accidents too though?
Yes, because it shouldn't be. It wouldn't be an accident if you had the bitch in a lockbox, trigger lock on it, all that dumbass shit that they got to do. This safety hazards for all that shit. And a lot of people don't know nothing about them. Yeah. They just got a gun. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think that people should have to go through a strenuous
background check thing.
Background check. Yeah. All that. Psych check. You should do all that shit before you get a gun,
We'll
bro.
do that shit to the police first.
Yeah, do that too for him.
Them motherfuckers need it probably more than we do. Immediately, yeah.
Shit, nah, they ain't got nothing to do with gun education. You got something to do with how they took the discipline out the house. Because all of us grew up with guns in the house. We ain't touch that motherfucker. Yeah. First off, we wasn't going in our parents' goddamn bedroom out of fear we was going to get our ass hit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's deeper than that. You know what I mean? All of us grew up with our parents having guns.
True that.
We knew exactly where the fuck they were.
Yeah, true that.
You know what I'm saying? But did you go in there and grab that motherfucker?
Hell no.
I was well educated on the fact that you was going to get your ass kicked
Hey.
if you even go in there and touch that motherfucker.
My mom and daddy told me to grab that motherfucker.
I mean, if it's going down, yeah. If it's going down, yeah. Not to be fucking around with it, though, yeah.
You don't hear about
Nah, we don't play with
a
it.
lot of the accidents
Going
back
on
when
now.
we were growing up
Yeah.
versus now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I say go back to what you said. All
Parenting.
it's deeper than that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We wasn't, like I said, we wasn't even allowed to even touch certain shit.
Right.
Nigga, how you,
Let alone a gun,
you know,
shit.
my father just left on the kitchen table and walked the fuck up and touched that motherfucker if you want to.
Right.
And went to work and that motherfucker was sitting right there when he came back.
Some households, we couldn't even sit on the couch in the front room.
No, right.
You know,
Like trying to figure out why the fuck it was furniture in there. Like, ain't nobody sitting in that
I
shit.
didn't need to be educated on the gun. I just need to
Right.
be told the law not to touch that motherfucker.
Yeah. I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
My man Larry Vance say that, talking about the gun locks and shit. He was like, that's too much time if you getting robbed or your lady in the situation. Wait before you rob me. Let me go get my lockbox.
But I'm just saying, at home when you ain't there though,
Yeah.
like come on, bro.
Yeah, at home when you're not there. I mean, probably though.
Kids around, that's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about. Like,
I know. Like if you ain't there, yeah, I get what
I
you're
know
saying.
you got something on. I know you got something on handy. You motherfuckers walk around that bitch on your lap. I don't fucking nigga pulled up on me like, what's up, cuz? Like, what up, though? Like, look at this car. This nigga got a submachine handgun on this motherfucker. Like, what the fuck you doing, dog?
Just in case,
Just in case. Like, come on, bro. There's somebody looking for you or something, bro.
Right.
Like, no, I just want to be prepared. Nigga, that's paranoia, bro.
Right, yeah, that's more than prepared,
Fuck,
all
you
that
scared
type
the
of
hell out of me like you was about to drive by me, motherfucker.
Like, I thought we was homies,
I
dog.
thought we was cool, shit.
Yo, so right now, dog, it's still 100% says more gun education. 0% say tougher gun laws. So
I just did that.
you kind of you on both ends though.
Baby.
I guess the background checks and the precursor to getting a gun possibly stricter, but like gun laws, I don't know. I'm never comfortable with creating more laws. Dog. I just never am because we always get the raw end of that
we
shit.
get the shitty end of the motherfucking stick,
Yes, bro.
We always do,
Yes.
bro. But we always do, bro. We gotta learn how to fucking adapt around that shit. You know what's coming, bro.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers, they gon' put their knee in our necks, bro. It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming like porn stars.
Well, look, I watched
Long
this
and
cover
hard.
like porn stuff. Long and hard. This nigga right here. IG Live, man. If you still checking us out, man, hit us in the comment box. We're talking about tougher gun laws. Should it be tougher gun laws or more gun education? Right now, we at 100% say more gun education. Also, we go into commercial break in about 10 minutes, and then we go finish up. But look, this is my thing. I was watching what's the name of that shit? God damn it. The Magnificent Seven, right? I was watching Magnificent Seven.
Again?
Yeah, I just want to bring this back up because it's associated with what we're talking about.
You just watched it one time.
Yeah, I only watched it one time. But so obviously, if you know the story, basically, I watched the new one. So this is the one with Denzel. So there's 7 dudes and shit, or 6 dudes and a chick, some shit like that. They come to this town and shit, like it's this big badass dude who just going around taking shit, like he taking people's towns and taking their women and all this shit, right? So they heard about him, they went to the city to go save these motherfuckers. And this is the thing, I bring this up to say that some of us are those people in that town. Like them seven people came to the town to save them, and like nobody in that town like knew how to protect themselves. So you got 7 dudes that's come to save a whole motherfucking town of 300 or 400 people, and nobody knew how to defend themselves. And I think that's us at some point. You gotta have at least the education of how to use a gun, when to use it, or how to clean it, how to maintain it. That type of shit I think is important. Yeah. Like, cause when they got there, they gave these people guns and they couldn't even defend themselves. Like they was out here looking like some complete idiots, and it's crazy because and I thought that was crazy though, because if this your town and there's only like 300 of y'all anyway, like especially in the Wild Wild West, man, you know niggas was just taking shit. You should have been prepared for that. Yeah. But I think we need to be prepared too, and that's why I think more education is of the utmost importance though.
You comparing that time to this time?
Shit, what's different?
What year was that?
I don't know, probably the 1800s. But what's different though? They still coming and taking your shit, whether it's theoretically or physically.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I still think it's a complete difference on the. I bet you if we go back in time and grab a motherfucker from 18, whatever you say, and bring him here and put a gun in his hand, and put a gun in somebody's hand right now, I think the person right now know how to use it because the resources are different. You done seen it being used. You didn't saw it before. You probably didn't hear one before. Your best friend probably didn't have one. These people have probably never seen a gun a day in their life. We talking about basic education though. Like it's a couple niggas right now that's. But you got to think.
I'm just saying.
Common sense come a long way, man.
Common sense don't always
ain't always common, cuz.
No, for
Not
real.
to everybody, and I totally agree with you.
Not just the only reason I say this though, you got grown niggas in the hood who done shot guns before and probably can't reload that bitch though. You understand what I'm saying? So the education missing, and I think that shit is more important than the laws, dog.
If you got the tougher laws, you ain't got to worry about that nigga that can't load a gun.
But it ain't gonna stop you from motherfucking.
He dead.
You ain't got to worry.
Fuck you talking about?
He dead.
Reload that bitch, him dead.
He dead.
I mean, because that's common sense.
I mean, it ain't for everybody. Like everybody don't know how to release the clip. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't know that there's one in the chamber. Like this is information that everybody don't know, and I think we just need to know it. That's all I'm saying.
Downstairs, you don't know how to use that motherfucker.
Him downstairs.
And those are the ones that shouldn't happen.
But I just feel like we need to be prepared, especially for our next generation coming up, because obviously with the way the media is and the way like the way entertainment is, guns are sensationalized. Damn, I can't fucking talk. So it's got to be some more importance on like learning about them than it is to like take them away.
I didn't say take them away.
I mean, that's what tougher gun laws will do, essentially.
It'll prevent certain people from getting it.
That's the same thing.
No, it ain't, because if you have it, then they can take it from you. If they prevent you from having it, you didn't have it in the first place.
Well, they taking away the right then.
Oh, that's the only words you see is right there. Like you said, you have a problem with tougher gun laws. As soon as they throw the word right at black people, you automatically get on the defensive.
Dog, and yes. Yes, I do, nigga. I'm sorry because I do because all of our rights have always been taken. So yes, nigga, I'm leery of that.
That's why I'm on the fence, bro.
No matter if it's hurting our community or not, if it's a right, let us have it.
I mean, the gun laws, honestly, are pretty tough as is. I mean, to be quite honest, like it's.
You didn't answer the question. My question was, as long as the word right is through in our way, even though it's hindering our community, let us have it, just because it's a right.
Yeah, because I haven't seen that happen yet. I haven't seen no rights or no laws that.
So you don't have a problem with it. Just get them niggas guns as long as they know how to use them.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as they know how to use them, shit.
Okay.
I think the proper education is key. Okay. I ain't say take away all the laws.
No. You just said so long as we know how to use them, just give all the niggas guns.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm sticking with that. Yeah, I'm sticking with that. Again, that means more education. It don't mean lessening the laws. I mean, it just means that I don't need no more.
So we gonna just take a bunch of dumbass thugs and get a whole clique heat. Just they know how to use it, let them have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm just saying it needs to be that in the community. It needs to be focused on education on how to use these things. That's all I'm saying. This nigga, my man G just checked in. What up, G? That's my man all the way down in Alpharetta. What up, though?
I'm gonna tell you this, knock on wood. Like jack your ass. I ain't coming to see you punk ass in the hospital. Because remember, you said, give all these niggas guns.
Dog, at the end of the day, niggas who ain't supposed to have guns got them anyway. So
he knew how to use it though. That's what I'm gonna tell you.
Right.
He knew how to use it.
Right, and if the education is there, I should know how to use it too.
As long as there's a black market, bro,
Yeah,
Motherfuckers gonna
niggas
be
who
able to
don't,
get
niggas who ain't
guns
supposed to have guns
Yeah.
go have them anyway, and that's why I
Just
don't.
teach them how to use it.
Yes,
Yeah.
nigga, I ain't gonna say that shit no more. Yes, nigga, because at the end of the day, even if you have stricter gun laws, like you said, the black market, niggas who don't supposed to have guns go always have guns.
Always.
So now I'm gonna be out here and not know how to use mine and shit.
I know like 6 niggas don't supposed to have no guns.
Right, and they still got them, and that shit is never gonna change, no matter how strict the laws are. Should they put niggas in jail for the rest of my life, your life, and everybody else's life and shit? But niggas, it ain't deterring niggas from using guns.
So could that be a case in court?
What you
I was
mean?
educated. I knew how to use it, yeah.
A case in
Some
court?
cases.
I don't know.
I mean, if you go out here and just start shooting motherfuckers, I knew how to use it.
Oh no, I
was
mean,
educated.
but it's
I
the
got-
same.
I
The
got-
same laws are
I got a
still.
diploma and
You
know how to
act
shoot a gun.
you act like me saying that education's gonna cancel out the laws, nigga. The laws are still the same.
No, but I'm just saying.
The laws are still the same. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
The laws are still the same. But since the guns is here, we just need to implement in our community a larger scale of education on how to use them. That's all I'm saying, dog. I can't fuck with this nigga, dog. My man G said the first time gun owners, it should be mandatory for them to take a safety class before they get their gun license. In most cases, it is a class. I don't know if they call it a safety class, but it is a class in most cases. I don't know if it's like that everywhere, but in Michigan it is. My man Bo said, I agree with Angry Man, but gun education is much more than aiming and shooting. Can you shoot with your left hand if you injure your right? Do you know what ammo is interchangeable? That's the education part that I'm talking about. So yeah, it's a whole bunch of key differences
Sound
to
like
it.
everybody on the fucking fence, in the gray area.
I ain't on the fence. Fuck some tougher gun laws, nigga. Fuck some new laws, nigga. Cause the laws ain't never been beneficial for us, dog. I'm just not. I can't do it.
Why not?
I don't like law enforcement. I don't like government. Goddamn it, I'm a conspiracy theorist, nigga. I'm scared.
Take away the
Educate me on how to use the guns, nigga. I'm scared.
Take away the problem. You take away the problem. You
Take away the problem. Poverty, nigga. You can't take that shit away. That's the problem.
You ain't gotta worry about educating.
What's the problem?
Guns.
Nigga, the problem is motherfucking poverty, nigga. That's the problem.
My thing is, if you make it,
If it wasn't no poverty, it wouldn't be no need for guns. Niggas wouldn't be mad.
If you make it harder for certain people to get it, you may not have to worry about it. I didn't say take them away from people, and I didn't say everybody couldn't get them. I said make it tougher.
I mean, so then I have to ask how. Like what? You gotta have you gotta have a certain grade level to get a gun. You
I'm
gotta
real with you. That part, I don't know how to answer to that.
you gotta get a drug test. Like what's gotta happen? Nigga?
I couldn't tell you that part. You know what I mean? But like I said, if you make it tougher for certain people, or you make it cut up, or this is not gonna happen. But I'm gonna say
How
it.
you gonna say it anyway?
Try to cut off that black market, because that's where a lot of the illegal shooting of guns are coming from anyway.
All right, so
That's
look.
not gonna happen.
Right, and the reason that's not going to happen is because the government has their hand in the black market and the drug market, which means none of those things will never end because it's such a great portion of our great American economy. I said it. You heard it here first. All right, hit me in the comment box right now, dog. Which one is needed? Tougher gun laws or more gun education? Right now, we still at 100% for more gun education, because I spelled education incorrectly, because I need education. Shout out to my man Christian, just checked in. I think that says Christian. And oh shit, what up though? My man Lil Chris just checked in too. All right, we about to go shoot to commercial break real quick, and then we go round out today's segment, man. Don't forget, it is Friday. But we not doing nothing today because we already gave away lunch on the block. So don't even worry about it. You should have been here on Wednesday.
Freaky Friday, as long as it's Freaky Friday.
I know it is Freaky Friday, but we ain't had no Freaky Friday topic and shit. So we gonna leave it at that. We about to shoot this commercial break and shit for like 45 seconds, dog. You already know what it is. The Livest Cloud Radio Show on the planet, man. Straight from the E Block Radio.
Yeah.
the livest cloud radio show on the planet. E-Block Radio.
Check one, check two. We are back in the building, man. Thank y'all for checking us out today. Of course, it is the livest cloud radio show on the planet, man. Straight from the E-Block Radio, live on your dial this moment, man. I got my man Angry Man over here talking some crazy shit about laws and shit. My man Monk Money holding it down, of course.
Yeah.
And of course, man, your boy the Hood, Howard Stern, man. We in the building. We got about 10 minutes left, dog. We gonna get back into this topic. Don't forget, if you're on IG Live or if you're on YouTube Live or Facebook Live, hit me in the comment box and we'll read your comment live on the air. So again, right now, 100% says more gun education. 0%, of course, says tougher gun laws. My man Bo said the background check system currently is laughable. One of the questions is like, have you been diagnosed with mental illness? Like, I'm going to check, yeah. Come on now. These are some crazy legal folks out there that have no business owning any kind of weapon. That's for real. But it is true though that is one of the questions on the forum is like, have you, like, who gonna really admit to that though?
Just educate
them. Huh?
Just educate
them. You're right though. Just educate them, right?
Educate the crazy motherfucker. Give him a gun. Here you go. You know how to load that motherfucker?
He's educated to check you wasn't even one.
You know how to clean it? Here you go, crazy man. Just go ahead and take this. You're educated on the gun.
All right, so look.
He ain't learned shit a day in his life, but know how to work a gun.
So this is where we get into the problem, though. All right, so let's say that you start taking that more into consideration about the crazy part, right? So what does that mean? Does that mean they gotta have your clinical records and shit?
Don't matter. He educated on how to use.
No, I'm asking the question. Now we moving into where you said it need to go. So let's try to dive into that. So tougher gun laws. Let's say that they get tougher on the on that tip, on like you got some kind of mental illness or some shit like that, right? Mm-hmm. So they got to get into your clinical records, right? Mm-hmm. So if you put that law into effect, what have we been doing as of lately though? Right? What's been high on the thing right now?
I don't know.
All right, so we're talking about people with depression and people with clinical illnesses in the black community, right? So they've been encouraging us to go to therapy and all that type of shit, right? Mm-hmm. And now a lot of us are finding out we got like some kind of PTSD or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. So guess where that puts us at when if they change that law?
What?
We all got mental illnesses. We can't get no guns. See how that shit works?
All of us don't have mental illnesses.
If you from the inner city, then you probably got PTSD.
No.
Yes.
No.
Clinically.
No.
Clinically.
No.
Okay, nigga, look, I'm just saying, if you from the inner city, you probably got PTSD.
No.
So do that mean you're not gonna be able to get a gun?
No.
You got it.
No.
I know you.
No.
Yeah, I know you.
I'm just saying though, like if the shit get real tight though.
There's nothing mentally wrong with me. If that's the case, white people got it too.
Not as much as us.
How do you know?
Because they didn't come from an environment like ours.
They didn't come from our environment. They was obviously crazy when they came and kidnapped us and enslaved. That's some mental shit. That's crazy. that ain't outside the box to you. So
look, dog. I'm just saying.
Chinese got it.
Look, dog. I'm just saying
Chinese got it.
If the shit get that deep, dog, that's what will happen. I'm just saying that's what will happen.
Then you can't just label that to our race, though. That's everybody. That's not just us.
Well, I'm just talking about the inner city experience. I can't speak for everybody else.
Okay,
shit.
but like we said,
but I think it's gonna be a
problems, just like we got our problems.
But it's gonna be a disproportionate amount of people who got PTSD that's from the inner city who ain't never been to war.
Okay, but like I said, they still have their problems. We not the ones that blow up shit and shoot up schools and shit. But they were educated on how to use that gun though.
Right. Mm-hmm. So we need to go ahead and get our education too.
Yeah.
Cause if you step the laws up, we gonna be the ones in trouble, not them.
If you step the laws up, then white folks will be shooting up these schools.
Man, all right, dog. What we gonna do is we gonna agree to disagree. I'm not fucking with you this morning. It's Good Friday, goddammit.
They were educated on how to use them guns, like you said, at 10 years old.
Yeah.
They were educated. And so you mean to tell me they mentally didn't have problems?
I mean, they may have.
So, nigga.
I mean, but look, you can't even really what I said they may have, but I just said it's a disproportionate.
He may have had a problem.
That nigga got issues.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he got issues, but that.
So it was just that Thursday he had the problem.
So look, this is the thing though. That's gonna be tough anyway because you talking about anybody under 18 and shit. your clinical records is sealed anyway, and you can't even apply for a gun license.
But that's my point.
So-
Don't just apply to the black community. Everybody's got problems.
Most of them just put it in God's hands.
Yeah, I know. I knew that shit was coming. Put it in God's hands, huh?
You can't just say it's us with the problem. They got problems too.
And you exactly right. I'm not saying that.
We ain't the ones running in the
I'm saying
buildings blowing up
that.
shit.
I'm saying that our problems will be the ones that's broadcasted, which will make those laws hold us down more than any other race. That's all I'm
That's
saying.
been happening since the beginning of time. So why is that?
So
a surprise?
why add to it? That's what I'm
Why is that
saying.
a surprise?
So why add to
Why
it?
is that a surprise?
Why add to it?
Why is it a surprise?
It's not a surprise, but why add to it? I don't want to add to
Maybe
it.
it'll kill the body count in our community. You never know. You tried it your way with educating them, so try it the other way.
We did. We didn't, because this hasn't happened yet.
I mean,
This hasn't happened yet, so I don't know if it's gonna work.
I mean, you got to try different methods till you get to the end of the road.
And I think this should be the method. The more education should be the method.
Yeah, here you go, crazy nigga. You just got out of jail. 944-916. Did you take that gun training class? Here you go, crazy man. You're educated on a gun. Take it.
That don't change the law about felons and gun and firearms. though. That don't change the law, nigga. I don't understand what you're saying. Like, nigga, we not changing the laws. The laws are still there, nigga. We just need some more education. That's all I'm saying, dog.
Man, look at here, dog. Look at here. You get that.
So if it was somewhere to take your kids right now to get trained on how to use firearms and defend themselves, you wouldn't take advantage of that?
No, I show them myself.
I'm saying if this facility was available, why not take advantage of it?
I show them myself.
I mean, I can show kids how to learn shit, but we still send them to school, nigga. So what's the? I don't understand. What?
Difference.
It's still education, nigga. What we talking about?
I show them the certain shit. I just rather show them myself.
Man, what?
Because see, I'm not gonna have.
What if you don't even know completely?
No, we're not gonna say that now.
I'm saying, what if you don't though?
I mean, look here. You got Google, YouTube. I got a problem.
Well, fuck school altogether, then
I didn't say
shit.
school. I said guns. Certain things I have a problem with people teaching my kids. I'm just not gonna lie to you. Certain shit I'd rather teach them myself. Because I don't know where your mental mind state is. That means now, because of the way I am, you talking about me, I'm gonna have to sit in this class with you.
I mean, yeah, you should.
But see,
You should.
I ain't got that kind of time on my hands. I can teach you what I want to teach you, and I can give it to you raw and real. I don't even know the instructor may be black. He may be black. So let me cut that off before I say what I'm getting ready to say. He may be black, but I don't know if he lived in 48205.
Yeah.
His way of teaching you how to use a gun and what to educating you on a gun may not be beneficial to where I live.
I think the education part is gonna be in tune with your laws that you like so
But
much.
how can he teach that and he don't live here?
I mean, it's still the law is the same no matter where you at though, right?
Damn, the laws, we talking about the education part. How can he? It's certain shit that I need my kid to know how to handle a weapon depending on where I live.
Right. So this is just like school then, right? When you go to school, you learn the classical way, and then when you come home, you get more educated on your environment.
Come on, man.
So it's the same thing,
My
dog.
point is, you can't put every situation in the classroom, bro.
No, but you can always amend those situations at
In
home.
those situations, I need to certain shit they need to learn at home. Period.
All the way though, all the way.
Yes.
Why not learn it? Why not learn it the classical way and then come home and get the home
I
training?
can teach you the classical way because I've been on that side of the fence. I'm gonna teach you what I want you to know when it comes to a weapon.
Everybody don't have that though.
Like sex education.
Everybody don't have that though.
It's just like sex education. I would rather teach my kid that shit than have somebody else do it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and obviously you gonna sit in the classroom and learn some shit. I'm gonna hear what you learned, and I might.
And then you go amend it, right?
I might erase half of that shit.
Yeah.
Because like
my,
I said,
my man Bo said you better run for mayor, dog. He said your debates be must-see TV, nigga. Dog.
That's why I don't even say that. This bitch right here, I ain't said
I'm
nothing.
just saying, I have an issue with certain people teaching my kids certain shit.
Yeah.
Like I said, because if you never lived in 48209, you cannot tell.
Die.
Right, too on time.
You cannot tell my kid how to operate a gun, use a gun, when to pull it, do that, this, that, and the other. You can't because you haven't been here. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm uncomfortable with that. Like this is like okay.
So let's say this. Let's say this then. Let's take that whole thing out the equation then.
Okay.
Since you able to speak from that angle, would you be willing to educate other kids in your neighborhood on the things that you know?
Yeah, because I live here.
So that education is still important, whether you getting it from an institution or from you, right?
Education is always important.
That's all I'm saying. So the education is needed. I use that as an example, but I guess it was wrong for you and shit. So
I just said tougher gun laws. If you do all that, we ain't got to educate them half the way on none of this shit.
yeah.
I'm just saying.
So you just gonna have strict ass laws and shit, and then just
like
don't ever learn how to defend yourself or use a gun.
You can teach people how to defend themselves. You can teach people how to defend themselves all you want.
Uh huh.
But I mean, like I said, I just think if you make it tougher, we need to take the weapon out of the hands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or prevent.
I agree with both of y'all.
Prevent, you know,
Yo, fence hopper ass
or
nigga.
try to slow it down to a certain extent. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just because you educated don't mean you should have it.
I agree. I agree.
You agree with that?
I agree.
Fuck that. You should have a gun, goddammit. Learn how to use it, nigga.
I agree.
I'm just saying, dog.
I agree with that too.
I'm just look, dog. You agree? You just agree with all that shit.
I agree with everything.
Like,
That's why I ain't got
it's
much
Good
to
Friday,
say.
nigga. I just agree.
Hey, it's Good Friday. I ain't got much to say. Y'all on
It's just
point.
Good Friday.
Both of y'all state facts. And them facts is some shit that we just can't get around
Can't
no
get
way.
around that shit.
So, I mean, shit, it is what it is. Yes, I agree with you, Angry Man. Yes, I agree with you too, Hood Howard Stern. And that's what it is,
I guess
shit.
that's what it is. Yeah, we got
Shit all day.
all day, right?
Yeah.
We got a couple minutes left, man. Hit me in the comment box right now. What's more important for the black community, man? Is it tougher gun laws or more gun education? All right, hit me on IG Live or on YouTube Live. We'll read your comments live on the air as well. Stupid, dog. We'll go around the block one last time, dog, before we get out of here. You got a couple minutes, man. If you got a last minute comment, hit me in the comment box, dog. Angry Man, dog. It's our last time around, dog. What's your words on the way out, bro? Tougher gun laws or more gun education, bro?
Man, tighten that shit up.
Yeah.
That's I mean, I agree. I don't want people to think I'm saying education ain't important.
Yeah.
It is important. But my thing is, if you tighten that shit up,
Yeah.
because we can flip this shit all day. You can easily say, well, if you educate them, you may not need the laws. You know what I'm saying?
If you got the laws, you might not need education.
I mean, there's no motherfucking ways. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But I just really think that if you tighten it up, not just with our race,
Uh-huh.
but with just period.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, like I said, if you ain't fucking hunting, the fuck you need a gun for any goddamn way. But they can say that on their side, but on
Yeah.
our side where the crime rate is high, you can understand
You can understand
we
why.
do that. You know what I'm saying?
True.
But that goes so fucking far down the line that we ain't gonna be able to touch it because it go back to what he said. We ain't gonna be able to touch that black market.
Yeah.
The guns are gonna float.
Yeah, they go float
But
somewhere.
my thing-
Somebody go get them.
My thing is this here: if you getting it off the black market, you ain't educated in the first goddamn place, probably. So you know what
Probably
I'm saying?
not.
You just ignorant motherfucker any goddamn way because you already committing crime.
Right. More money, dog. What you say, bro?
I agree.
Nigga say I agree. That's his term all day today, nigga. I agree.
Fuck, I don't know what else to say, bro. Y'all said it enough, though. I ain't even got to get in the middle of this debate, bro. I agree. I agree with what he's saying. I agree with you saying. So next, go on to yourself now. Go ahead.
Well, on that note, dog, I guess we're going to go ahead and wrap it up, man. I think this is an interesting conversation. It's probably like the chicken and the egg, man. I don't know which one comes first. But at the end of the day, though, I mean, tougher gun laws, I think, possibly could help, but I think that tougher laws always end up being worse for the black community. So I think education is important because right now the guns are here, like in the black community, guns are everywhere. So I think it's more important for us to get educated on how to use them, how to defend ourselves, and you know how to just the basic necessities of survival. And that's something, again, I mentioned before when I was out of town, like down south in Colorado. I see a lot of survival magazines and shit because everybody else is ready. So at some point, I feel like we need to get ready, and that's where the education point comes in. I want to thank everybody who checked us out on IG Live.
Yeah.
Everybody that checked us out on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's Good Friday. Make sure y'all have some good churching this weekend if that's what y'all doing on Sunday.
Yeah.
Happy Easter to everybody, man. Make it back safely. And Monday, we'll see y'all Monday at 10 a.m. On time, 10 a.m. Monday morning.
Hey, don't just go to church this Sunday. You go to church already.
You know what though? I used to say that, but I don't no more. If that's
you
what
do
you
that.
want, I've done it. I've done it on Christmas and Easter. So if that's what you want to do, dog, you know what I'm saying? if that's the only time you go, fucking go. I'm not gonna tell you not to go and shit. Go and get your Jesus on whatever day you feel comfortable.
He's just one of the regular Sunday people. You know what I mean? Because it used to piss me off too.
Yeah.
I get to church around the same time and ain't got a seat because all you motherfuckers ain't been here all goddamn fucking pod. You know?
Oh yeah. Before we get out of here, Denise said happy 420. That's right, man. 420 is tomorrow. 420 is tomorrow, so make sure that you do indulge.
I'm prepared.
Because of course this is the Wake and Bake show.
We got cakes and pies and cakes and pies.
Right. So happy 420 to y'all and happy Easter, man. We will check y'all out on Monday. Be safe out there. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to all the people that checked us out, and don't forget, man, check out the replays on eblockradio.com and also go to www.pardonmyeastside.com and copy you a t-shirt. You can get a hoodie still because it's still cold in some places.
It's cold right
You know what I'm saying? Some dad caps, some fitties, all that good shit. Oh, not fitties, but snapbacks. You can get those and shit and support the movement. Pardon my East Side. All right. Till the next time, man. You already know what it is. The Livest Cloud Radio Show on the planet. Straight from the E Block Radio live on your dial. I got my man, Mayor Angry Man, in the building.
Take 2 seconds, man. Happy anniversary, young lady. 18 years.
18. Oh, that's today.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's what's up. Happy anniversary, Mrs. Angry Man. What, buddy?
Happy 420, everybody. You know what I'm talking about. Get it in. Get it in. I got cakes and pies. Y'all want some cakes and pies? Holla at me, baby. I can get you cakes and pies.
Cakes and pies.
Cookies.
All kind of shit. Hey, you got cookies, though? Oh, we got to talk out there. And you know what it is, man. It's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis, holding it down live from the 48205, man. Peace.